everyone, it's Mr. Geoff, your edible schoolyard kitchen instructor. First and foremost, I just want to welcome you back to the ESY in digital format. It's kind of cool to be with you today. Today though, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about wellness. Having a background in mindfulness and mindful movement and other forms of gentle movement, and also being a 200-hour yoga instructor, I bring some knowledge in the field of being aware. Aware of our mind, aware of our body, aware of the space in which we inhabit amongst other human beings. That concept is called spatial awareness. But today, we're going to be focusing on full awareness of mind and of body. And then we're going to do a small body mapping practice where we're going to bring awareness to different parts of our physical body. And then we're going to end our session with a quick gratitude for everything we have going on these days. So in starting here, we can stand up. It's an easy thing to do. I like to rock a little bit back and forth, and as I start to stand, as I bring myself towards that state of awareness. Get a gentle flow in your body. You can move your arms, your shoulders a little bit. Kind of bend your knees. Flex your elbows down and back up. You roll your wrists a bit. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then come to a state of stillness. Your feet should be about shoulders width apart. And in this space, standing straight up with our shoulders rolled back, pushing our head up towards the sky. We're reaching for the sky with the crown of our head here. We're going to bring awareness right now to the space that we're in. Ask yourself a few questions. What does the temperature feel like in the room? Is the air warm on your hands, on your nose? Is the air a little cold on your fingers, on your toes? How does the room smell? Do you get a nice aroma of something tasty or a beautiful houseplant nearby that might smell good? Or does it smell a little different? What do you hear around you? Do you hear silence? Do you hear a brother or sister or a cousin or a family member or friend around you? If you need to, take one moment before you enter this state of full awareness to find maybe a quiet space, if you can, within the space which you're doing your digital learning today. I'll give you a moment. If you're still watching, by all means, we're going to pick up and continue. If you still haven't found that quiet space yet, just hit pause and we'll go ahead and move right along. So, in bringing our awareness back to how we feel in the space, in the state around us, I can feel that the room that I'm in is comfortable. It smells nice, like fresh drying herbs and freshly harvested flowers from our garden. This room is comfortable. So I'm going to find this space of awareness in my mind. And that awareness is all things around me, but that awareness is also on my thoughts and clearing some of those thoughts from my head. And then also on any stresses or worries or things that might be resting on our shoulders today, and allowing those things to wash away right now. Just bringing awareness to our emotions, to the space around us, into how we fit into that space around us. So we put our hands by our side, maybe turn our palms out just a little bit, and we're just going to roll our shoulders back again, raise the crown of our head, and tuck our tailbone just a little bit inward. And we're just going to breathe in this space. And we're going to bring awareness to our body right here. So the awareness of our mind has already brought us in tune with how we're feeling, our physical surroundings, our emotional and mental health state, and how we are existing in that realm. But also in this state of body awareness, let's go ahead and just kind of like wiggle our fingers here. We have our hands out by our side, palms facing forward, and let's just kind of wiggle our fingers a little bit. Bring awareness to our fingers. Are your hands a little cold? Are they a little warm? A little dry or a little sweaty maybe even? That's okay. Bring awareness to it. It's who you are. So it feels nice to do that. And then we're going to move that awareness from those fingers into our wrists. And we're just going to kind of feel our wrists right now. Like, are they tight from typing too much, maybe? Being on our devices too much? It can happen. Our wrists are a real delicate part of our hand and arm, in the way that there's a lot of tendons and nerves and whatnot that run through our wrists. So we're just going to circle those wrists a little bit. We're bringing awareness as we move along through all the parts of our body. So right now I want you to just maybe feel your elbows, flex them just a little bit there, and then maybe just kind of roll your arm around and get like a circular motion for that elbow. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. I felt that elbow pop there. How are those elbows feeling? Then we're going to bring that awareness to our shoulders here. And we can just kind of roll them up towards the ear and drop them back down, and maybe reverse that a little bit. It's common if we spend a lot of time in front of the computer or on our devices kind of hunched over to feel in these shoulders here some discomfort or tightness. It's pretty common. So we always want to make sure we're just kind of bringing that awareness there. Like, if it doesn't feel right, let's move it so that it can feel better. Because movement is health, that's for sure. And wellness is such an important component of that. All right, so we got those shoulders there. Now let's feel our neck. Let's just kind of gently go side to side, slowly and gently. And I can definitely feel something in my neck today. That's for sure. I must have slept wrong last night. But then you can kind of begin a gentle roll of your neck and just feel. See, I feel in that roll, I have some pain here. So knowing that, I know that I'm going to be a little more gentle in the next one and slow it down just a little bit more, because I'm aware of something in my body that doesn't exactly feel right, and that's okay. So we're going to extend that crown of the head back up to the sky, that we brought that awareness to our neck. Now I want us to bring some awareness to our eyes here. So open your eyes real big and wide. It's fun stuff, right? We're just going through all of it. You're going to open your eyes real big and wide and just kind of blink a couple of times. How does that feel? And then close your eyes for a minute and tighten them, like you're squinting with your eyes closed. And slowly reopen them. How does that feel? Our eyes can get tired a lot from being on our screens, from being engaged in our digital learning. It can happen. So we want to make sure that we're showing ourselves the care that we need. Now we're going to bring a little bit of awareness to our nose. So I want you to just kind of wiggle your nose a little bit. Those cheek muscles there, the muscles we have right here in our cheeks, are going to allow us to wriggle our nose a little bit. And then maybe bring some awareness to your jaw. If we chew a lot of gum, or if we eat a lot of chewy or crunchy things, our jaws can definitely feel it. So just kind of move your jaw side to side. And just kind of feel those muscles at the back of your jaw here, where they meet your neck. And you can open your mouth wide and close it again. And feel feel that jaw motion. So as we come down, we're going to bring some awareness to our chest and our collarbones by rolling our shoulders back here. And if we can, we're going to reach our hands behind us and interlace our fingers. And we're just going to pull that until it feels okay. We don't want to push ourselves, because if we push ourselves, we can get injured. So we want to gently just kind of find this space. Some of us can go deeper than others, which is okay. But we're going to bring some gentle awareness to that chest area. And then we're going to let it back out. Pull those hands apart and bring them right back out in front of us like we had just a few moments ago. Palms out. Now we're going to bring some awareness to our side here. So we're going to pull our right arm straight up, and we're going to lean just a little bit over, and we're going to feel that awareness, that stretch, that space that we have on our right hand side here. We're going to drop that slowly and gently back down, and we're going to do the same thing with the left. We're going to bring that up to our head, and we're going to reach into that, and we're going to bring that awareness to our left side here, through our chest and our ribs, down into our stomach and our side here. We're going to bring that back down. Let's just kind of wiggle that a little bit, kind of wiggle that out. It feels nice as you're bringing that awareness to each part of your body to be able to get through that. So we're going to bring some awareness to our hips right now. So what I want us to do is I want us to reach our right hand over and just grab our left hip. And just feel that gentle stretch right through your hip there. If we sit in weird positions for a long time, we can kind of lock up those hips, and that's okay. You know, it's something we can work through. But being able to feel that openness, and you know, I can feel that I have some pain here, and so I'm aware of that. But bringing that back into our center space, so just recentering, and then taking that left hand and reaching for our right hip, and pulling that just gently, that right hip, to feel that open awareness there in our muscles. All right, and then releasing that, coming back to center. So in this body mapping, we're feeling each of these spaces in our body. So now, I want us to feel our knees, right? Knees are the next thing here. So we're just actually just gonna kind of bend our knees, and we're just gonna feel a little bit. Do they feel tight? Are they clicking? Are they hurting? If not, that's okay, because we're just feeling how our knees work, and we're doing that slowly. So that's a very slow movement. So we're just, like our back was, let's say our back is against this wall, like it's an imaginary wall I have here. We're just gonna guide our knees down until we hit a point where we're like, okay, we're comfortable. And then we're just gonna bring that right back up. So we're able to feel those knees. So as we move into our ankles and feet, what I want to do here, and I'll just grab this stool here because it's easy. So if you do find a place to sit, you can sit flat on the ground or otherwise. Ground yourself into where you're seated, where you're sitting, and you can take your ankle here and cross it, your right ankle and right calf, and cross it over your left leg, and just circle that ankle a little bit, and bring some awareness to that space there. And then you can wiggle your toes a little bit, kind of get that nice awareness of the feet. And then we'll bring that one back down to the side here. And we'll do the same thing with our left ankle and our left calf over our right knee. And we're just gonna roll that ankle just a little bit, circle it around. Actually, let's not roll our ankles. It's probably not a great idea, but we can circle that. And it's nice to kind of feel this space here, because sometimes we don't pay attention to our ankles, and they're a real thing, especially if you're an athlete. So if you're real athletic, focus in on your ankles and your knees and your hips, because they're gonna be what really keeps you moving ahead. And then just bring some awareness to those toes there. All right. We'll just kind of find a comfortable seated position here. where we can roll our shoulders back, push the top of that crown back up to the sky there, crown of your head, and ground yourself in with good posture, sitting up straight. And I want you to express to yourself today, in this full awareness of your mind and body, express to yourself today something that you are grateful for about yourself. What is one thing that you're grateful to yourself for doing, for being? We should all acknowledge ourselves with a little bit of gratitude and self-care when we need it. It's very important to us. But the time has come for me to end this session with you, and I'm so grateful to have shared this time, this experience with you today, bringing you into a state of awareness with your mind and body through body mapping and through very gentle but focused movement on the ways that we need to be more aware of our arms, our legs, our bodies, all the various parts of us that make up who we are. So thank you so much, and